Check 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. I should be loud and clear out there for the people who are tuning in. I know it's a lot going on in the cyberspace right now. I see a lot of things trending on Twitter. But if you're a subscriber of this channel, you should just be like, forget Twitter, forget Clubhouse, forget all of that. The homie is on live right now. So I'm going where I know it's at. I'm going where I know it's at. So I'm about to come on the camera right now. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my drink. Hold on. I got my drink. My drink is here. And it's not what you think. It's not the typical drink. It's not liquor or anything like that. It's my branched chain amino acids I have on workout clothes. I've been working out today. I changed into other workout clothes because I'm gonna work out again. Try to hit these 500 push-ups tonight. So it is what it is. So without further ado, who do I have on the phone with me right now?
Peace, is the one and only Timbo King, Royal Fam Legacy. What's good, doggy?
Timbo King. Okay, Timbo, this is not... Damn, how many interviews have we done?
That I know of, maybe one.
Nah, we had DTF Radio. We had one prior to... We had two.
Okay.
Come on, my memory.
Different platforms. I don't like to say platform. Different forums that
yes.
you had, that you came with.
And then you did one with me that you lost. That was a classic, but you lost it.
Yeah, man.
We'll get it done. So, Timbo, I brought you on here tonight because I did an interview with Rakim the Ill Figure. Did you hear the interview?
The Ellis, the Brownsville Ellis.
You heard the interview?
Yeah.
You know that I never knew that you got signed and it didn't have anything to do with RZA. I never knew that.
Like, let me explain that too.
Okay.
Peace to RZA. Peace to the Wu-Tang family, Wu-Tang clan. Basically, Timbo King career started before Wu-Tang. Like, meaning, like, I had my own situations, growing up out of Brooklyn. I was dealing with a brother named Spark 950, and me and him was like a DJ MC thing. And like I was telling you in the previous interview that we had earlier this year, that, I had a situation with P. Diddy and Andre Harrell. So, from leaving their situation, I was into a management production contract. And that was like, minimum 4 years at that time. So from like 1990 to 1994, I was under that production and management contract. So the ins and outs of the game, I, basically learned that from there. So, when that contract was up, we had two situations. We had the P. Diddy situation, and then we had a street life situation right after that. And, it wasn't the way it's supposed to went, and I just left, I just left with my name, and I just started all over. So, I'm in Brooklyn. Everybody knew me as that MC, going around, quote unquote, like RZA said, go to every borough. I was the stomping king and make sure my name was known in all the projects, all the side blocks, that and the third and all that. So, Rakim the Ill Figure from Brownsville, I knew him from the Hill as well. And that connection came through, how can I say it? The MC route. When you're an MC, you know another MC, from all the park jams and all the block parties and stuff like that. So he was an MC first that converted over to production. So he knew what an MC needed or wanted far as a sound. Like, Spark at the time, he just was a DJ who turned into a beat maker. You see what I'm saying? He was dealing with, break beats, and then, he got equipment, and then he transferred over, into production. But an MC that produces is kind of different. His frequency is different. He know the tone, he know the volume, he know what an MC wants. So Rakim, I met him down the hill, Prospect Plaza, the hill as well. Same building as School Lover. Shout out to School Lover, Lazy Lays, and that whole crew.
The Little Fame. Well. Yeah, Little Fame too.
Little Fame. Mm-hmm. I was introduced to them actually by my moms. Word, because my mom's went to work with uh school level moms. They used to work downtown Brooklyn, Central Bookings. My mom used to do this fingerprinting and shit.
Wow.
And yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I had it ill growing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was with the Wolf Pack, but my mom's was a fingerprinter. He's processing that So,
Crazy.
you know, I had to play a narrow, you know what I'm saying? It was ill and shit. I ain't never wanted to get caught.
Was this when was this when Central Booking was in Fort Greene?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Yep. That's when Central Booking was in Fort Greene. Yep.
Factory.
Yep.
Well, my mom came on one day and she was like, yeah, you know Big Daddy Kane? I was like, yeah, who though? This was like 89, 90. And she was like, yeah, I know my friend Miss Juanita, rest in peace to her. And she was like, her son is School Glover. I was like, School Glover, the dancer? Get out of here. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna call her right now. She called him. And she put me on the phone with School, and School was like, yeah, I heard of you. Like, you know, because I told him my rap name from around the way. He was like, yeah, I heard of you. Matter of fact, you know, come to the Hill as well. We doing something big. I got this new artist named Little Fame.
Facts.
We got these artists, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I come down the hill, because I used to live up the hill from Brownsville. So I got to go. No, matter of fact, I used to live down the hill. I used to go up the hill to Brownsville. It's like, you know, if you go up Saratoga, the hill, the fort, and then you come down. Well, anyway, you know, I hooked up with him, went to his crib, and Rakim was in that same area, you know, because, you know, that's the hill that's real. Fame has a little brother that was known in the streets. His name was Malice. And you hear Fame always talking about him. You know, that's why they call him Little Malice, because his brother was known in the streets, you know, rest in peace to him. And he used to always tell me, yo, Timbo, man, I knew him. I knew Fame older brother. He was like, yo, my little brother rap. Just before I went up the stairs to go to see School and shit. He's like, yeah, my brother upstairs right now. But I ain't know he was upstairs with School and shit. So I go upstairs, see School and all that, boom, boom, boom. We hook up, you know, we rap, Little Fame, we real cool, this and all that. This is for the Hill is Real Project, all that. We real tight and all that, real cool. School took us out, Fendi, you know, I was rapping, MC, going around, you know, Fendi do his little gambling shit. Like,
because
he's
talking about Fendi from the Come Up DVD. That's who he's talking about, because Fendi was there. And this is when Fame rapped just like Coogee rap.
Factory.
Yeah, because when I first met Fame.
Matter of fact, MOP did one of their videos in Queensbridge, I think at that time. Back then. They was really, Lazy was the management, you know what I'm saying? So he was making all the moves and shit. Well, anyway, you know, I knew Rakim from the Hill that's real. So our bond was basically Brownsville.
Got you.
So after the Spark situation, he knew what I needed. So, you know, we hooked up and he was telling me his situation. Like, yeah, I'm dealing with the RZA, Wu-Tang production. This one, Protect Your Neck was out and all this other. It was like at his, you know, coming out stage type vibe. I was like, damn, I'm keep saying to himself, like, yeah, I heard that name before, the RZA. But not knowing that he was talking about Prince Rakeem. So when RZA said he battled me when he was Prince Rakeem.
Oh, so you didn't battle RZA, you battled Prince Rakeem. That's deep.
See, I battled Prince Rakeem because the Genius took me to battle him. You know what I'm saying? So I never knew the Genius turned into the Jizza. And I never knew Prince Rakeem turned into the RZA.
Wow, that's
See,
crazy.
I knew them when they had their records out because, you know, this was like 91, early 91. I knew him in that stage.
So where did you know Genius from?
I know Genius from the hood. He was one block from me. I'm from Bushwick. You know what I'm saying? He used to live on Cooper. So from Bed-Stuy is only, you know, the J train separates Bushwick from Bed-Stuy.
Gotcha.
So he used to come from the Stuy to come straight to Bushwick. And before you go to his crib, he used to pass my crib on the corner. So, you know, he was real cool with my uncle. And my uncle, who put me onto hip hop, they used to debate all the time who was better, MC and all that. So I knew Genius from that. So my uncle introduced me to the Genius, and I used to rap for Genius. He's like, yo, you got a nice voice. You got a delivery. Genius used to always say that when I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old type.
Yo, could I say something? Could I say something? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. And I'm not saying this because you're on the phone. I never told you this before. Yo, your voice is ill. I don't even think you know how ill your voice is. Like your voice is ill. Like when I hear you, I just know it's you. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that's Timbo. Like your voice is ill. I was thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about Soul in the Hole, and I was just like, yo, when I listen to songs, right? I'm big on the sequence. I'm big on the order of songs. So when I listen to like Triumph, I'm like, damn, if when I listen to all the verses on Triumph, nobody could have started that but Deck. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even Protect Your Neck. But when I listen to Soul on the Whole, I'm like, yo, nobody could have started that out of all the verses on there but you. You know what I'm saying? But now you have a very, very very distinct voice, you know what I'm saying, and it's just dope to me. But continue. I just wanted to say I was driving the other day and I was just like, yo, I wonder if Timbo know how ill his voice is, his rhyming voice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like,
what RZA used to say. I mean, the genius at that time. He's like, yo, you got an ill voice, man. Like, yo, you ill. My mom's heard you. Like, I used to rhyme downstairs in front of his house all the time. He's like, yo, my mom's used to be talking about you all the time. I was like, oh, wow. He's like, yeah, she heard you all the way in the kitchen. I was like, wow. So anyway, you know, we got cool and all that. And, you know, Genius bear witness me tearing up MCs all the time. He's like, yo, I gotta take you to the Prince Rakeem. Y'all two gotta go at it. So I was like, whatever. I'm with it. You know me. Like, just, you know, come get me. You know, one day he came, he got me. We went to Manhattan. I think it was like near that park over there by the Staten Island Ferry. The Battery Park. We battle over there. Yeah, we battle right there in Battery Park in that area. He was like, yeah, he getting off the boat. You know, we waited for Prince Rakeem to get off the boat and shit. He got off the Staten Island Ferry boat. That's why all that stuff in the documentary, that part when they was over there by the park, yeah, I seen that. I was like, you know, I remember that part. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we battled. You know what I'm saying? We going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my street shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on strictly street cat, battle cat, metaphors, fly, smoke. You know what I'm saying? My crew, we getting money, that type of vibe. And he just came with, you know, the science and math. It was fly and all that, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I felt that I took that. You know what I'm saying? You know, simplicity always wins. You know, to me, in my case, it was just me, him, and the genius there anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? But his last words, like, you know, you can't fuck with the guards. Because, you know, he was dealing with 5%. It was like basically like if you let them say it, it would be like an 85 versus a 5% battle.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's the whole commotion type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
So basically you saying you didn't lose. They gassing.
And not in my sight, not in my eyesight. Nah.
Got you.
Nah, never that.
Got you.
Come on, man. Like young Timbo, man. Come on, man. Listen.
So he was just dealing with he was just rhyming with the science and the lessons and all of that. So if it was him and RZA,
strictly with the lessons.
So if it's you, him, and RZA's gonna gravitate towards the math and not really the street raps. Because you what you said, you in their eyes, you probably savage. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
I'm wilding. I'm digging pockets. We robbing, snatching pocketbooks. I'm doing all the crazy Brooklyn shit in my raps. You know what I'm saying? Throwing garbage cans in windows, jewelry stores. We doing all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all of that.
Gotcha.
Everything I was doing as a teen, I'm saying. You know?
Gotcha.
That type vibe.
Do you remember any of the raps?
So, man. I mean, I got them written. You know what I'm saying? I still got my books, but, you know, not with me now. But, you know what I'm saying? They back up top. I'm down south right now.
Yeah, so it's basically a preference battle. So if it was a crowd, whoever liked street would prefer you, and whoever was into science and math, they're gonna lean towards him.
Yeah.
What was RZA's flow like?
Cool.
But what was RZA's flow like back? What was his flow like back then?
He was like see, the difference is the street raps. When you're dealing with street raps, you're only dealing with maybe 2 to 3 syllables.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you're dealing with science and math, your shit is infinite. You're dealing like 4 or 5 syllables. You know what I'm saying? Even in profanity, the word motherfucker is 4 syllables.
Word.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get it? You see what I'm saying? So that was the closest of syllables that I was catching up to. 4 syllables, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But his 4 syllables might have been diabolical. You see what I'm saying?
Got
you see what I'm saying? It was just all in wordplay.
So he just sounded smarter than you, basically. He sounded more intelligent than you.
At that time, yes.
At that time, yeah.
You could say that. You could say that. You know what I'm saying? He telling me how much the earth weigh and how far the sun. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
but
you in that state of mind.
Yeah. But when you straight off the block, you could give a damn about all of it. And what year was this? This
is exactly in between the top of 91 type of vibe. Just because they records was out.
Got you.
You know, Prince Rakeem record was out and Come Do Me was out. All that was, I don't remember that. Because RZA dropped his album on my birthday, February 19th. So I can never forget that. I was like, yo, you dropped your album on my birthday. He always been like, oh shit. Like,
so wow. you made Pisces by one day. Wow. Yeah.
On the first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you made Pisces. You made it the first day of Pisces. So yeah, because I'm the 25th. So you know it's ill, right? So hold on. So you battle him, because I know. So where was you at when you heard the audio, him talking about you? Was you like, how did you feel?
Somebody sent it to me. He's like, yo, RZA talking about you. I was like, all right, let me see what he's talking. I was like, okay, that's cool, but he should have, you know what I'm saying, at least pointed out, my accolades of, we was the first Wu-Tang affiliated group to go platinum outside Wu-Tang.
Oh, wow.
And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Royal Fam, that is.
Yes, Royal Fam. With the group I Am. With the platinum single from a platinum album and won a French Music Award that's similar to a Grammy American Music Awards type vibe.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what formed the United Kingdom with Sons of Man and Royal Fam. Because on that record was Particle Son from Sons of Man, Dreddy Kruger, and myself with the group I Am. So once that did that numbers and we came back to America, that was in billboards. We was charting on billboards, but internationally. It wasn't a domestic thing. It was an American thing. We was number 1 internationally for like fucking 4 weeks. I think 3 to 4 weeks. The album and the single.
That's crazy.
And with that video at that time, it was $1 million video at that time too. So we came back with the video. So RZA and them, the whole industry seen that video and seen the plaques when we came back. It was like, you remember Roy Fam was blackballed from Capitol Records. That's another thing he didn't mention. Like, before Wu-Tang Records, Roy Fam had a deal with Capitol Records for the album Black Castle from the single Something Got to Give.
Why was y'all blackballed?
That we went on tour. Yeah, that's when the Mike Kaiser situation, when we was the first artist on a Def Jam tour, but from another label. That was unheard of. Everybody on the Def Jam tour was on Def Jam. You see what I'm saying? The reason why we came through because of Tracy Waples.
Gotcha.
That was an inside plug. And Papa Wu was our manager at the time because he was the road manager for Method Man. So he had the inside connect. So everywhere Meth went or any connections that Def Jam had, we was there on the scene. Because of Papa Wu. Rest in peace, Papa Wu. And that's why he was able to get the studio in Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Sound Studio, to name that the United Kingdom Studio. That's what RZA was talking about as well.
The restoration?
The restoration. That was for groups after Sons of Man, Royal Fam, Killer Army, Brooklyn Zoo. You had the Rose family. You had CCF, Cuffy Klein family. You had the Beggars. You had different groups coming out after Sons of Man, Royal Fam, and Killer Army.
Didn't Daddy Rose enlighten a lot of people too?
Daddy Rose.
He enlightened a lot of people
Daddy
too.
Rose. What you said?
I heard he enlightened a lot of people too. I heard Daddy Rose, a lot of
Yeah,
people
Daddy
enlightened.
Rose. Yes,
Shout out to the Rose
yes,
family, Brooklyn. Yes,
yes,
definitely know
yes.
Daddy Rose.
Brownsville.
Yep, definitely know
That's
Daddy Rose.
family right there.
Yeah, I remember
R.I.P.
they artwork was
Allah's
fire
son.
too though. They artwork was fire on them. That Big Rose on them albums, I remember that though. Shout out to the
Brooklyn
Rose.
has a lot of untold hip hop stories and groups in that era from 9-4, 9-5, 9-6, 9-7, 9-8
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, did a lot, and somehow, due to not being tied to the elite management companies at that time,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they just try to push us to the side.
I remember another group called Camouflage Laws. Shout out to them too. Camouflage Laws. I remember Camouflage Laws. It was like Brooklyn did have a lot of groups. Shout out to 60-Second Assassin too, who just reached out to me too.
60 Seconds is the first person that Rakim introduced me to when
Wow.
me and him started being together.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And 60 Second, to me, you know, when I first met him, he was doing the scientific rap. You know, but he was doing it like in the street he was doing it in the street way that it was like in the simplest form, but it was still science.
Mm-hmm.
See, RZA was doing it, but it was Dr. MD. But when 60 was doing it, he simplified it to the point that it was understandable to me, you know. And then he had the harmony, he had the flows too. 60 also can sing. You know, so he's very multiple, talented when it comes to vocals.
Yeah, because a lot of people what people was thinking was dirty was actually 60. A lot of people don't know that though. A lot of things.
I mean, basically, is that Cuffy family?
Family, yeah.
Because they get it from, you know what I'm saying? They get it from Brooklyn Avenue. They get it from Uncle Freddie. You know what I'm saying? They get it from Uncle Pine. You know, those are the elders and Papa Wu. They used to always sing in the house all the time. You know how Franklin Ave, Bed-Stuy. Grew up off all that soul, you know what I'm saying? That Al Green, the Marvin Gaye's, you know how that go.
Yeah. So basically, so when I asked Rakim, the deal y'all got with Capitol had RZA didn't walk y'all in?
Nah, we did that ourselves because, like I said, I always knew all the go-getters. Shout out to Dreddy Kruger. Dreddy Kruger is a person that I met through, rest in peace, Mike Jarrett. That's Mikey Jarrett, the reggae artist. His son, Mikey Jarrett Jr., was part of my group, the Royal Fam. Shout out to Dark Denim as well.
Know who Mikey Jarrett is?
So growing up on the reggae side of the music business, you know, we always had his father come pick us up. Mac Daddy was that at the time. You know what I'm saying? So he had limos. Bobby Condors used to come pick us up in Brownsville. We used to go to the Ark. Used to go to all the clubs with his father at the time. You know, so you know the music business was like a second family for me. You know what I'm saying? After coming from the streets, it's like, you know, graduating from the streets, went straight to the music business. You know, some of my peers went from straight to the streets, either to the graveyards, to the prison. I was blessed and fortunate to go straight from the streets to the industry.
That was me.
Saying?
Yo,
that
bro,
really
you said
my life.
Bro, you said the Ark. I don't think if you're not from Brooklyn and you don't know, the Ark is a historical spot in BK. Like, you don't see people get busted in the head with a bottle. You don't see all types of stuff in the Ark. But I think we did my group did the last show in the Ark before they closed. Remember that group Skin Deep? Yeah, Skin Deep, my group, and I think Little Kim, we closed the Ark. And it was the last show ever in the Ark. Yeah, I remember the Ark. You know what I'm saying? The Ark was historical. So okay, so Rakim telling me that it's a time where he left, where he wasn't dealing with them anymore, Wu-Tang or you know, anything affiliated. Why did you stay?
All right, this was the situation. Rakim's situation was we was already off Capitol already. You know what I'm saying? The blackball was already out. So I went and did the I Am move. Me and Dreddy did the I Am move. After we did the I Am move, we was lit. You see what I'm saying? Then we ran into Power. Power from Wu-Tang Management came to me one day and said, "Yo, Timbo, we used to play your records in Howard Projects all the time. Your tapes used to sell back in the day. You know, everybody used to talk about you, Timbo. I was like, yeah, I got family in Brownsville. You know how that shit go. But anyway, he was like, yo, man, I got this shit called Soul in the Hole. Power came to me and asked me to get on Soul in the Hole.
Mm.
So once I got on Soul in the Hole, he was like, yo, I got Sin, I got Shaheem to keep it. That's why Dreddy was on it. Because they knew from the I Am record, we was a hot economy. So before I even got the Wu-Tang records, I already had Something Got to Give. Black Castle album didn't come out because that got blacklisted. So it got shelved, but we still left with our masters and our money. You see what I'm saying?
And what people
we had to pay was a 2-point out override.
And what people don't know, that Killer Sin and Power are brothers.
They're brothers.
Yeah,
So
physical
he was like,
brothers.
yo, I'm going to have my little brother on it.
Yep.
I'm going to have my little brother on there. So, all right, so cool. We did Soul in the Hole. Soul in the Hole was successful. And RZA was like, damn, bro, you all over the place.
Mm.
He was like, yo, RZA knew I was black, bro. He knew no other companies wasn't fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? You already know. You and Dreddy is hot. Y'all going to do the Royal Fam. And, you know, because he looked at me and Dreddy grind. He knew that Mighty Jarrett, Dark Denim, you know what I'm saying, and Extended Fam, Stoneface, Brickface, everybody was Royal Fam. But he didn't see them, you know, walking dogs like me and Dreddy was. You see what I'm saying? Me and Dreddy was always in the clubs. Me and Dreddy was always politicking. You know, me and Dreddy was always, you know, with the in crowd. Then when we came with Ghost Dog, the movie and the soundtrack, remember, that was RZA's first movie. Ghost Dog.
Yeah, the first movie he scored. Yep.
And that came from me and Dreddy again.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So RZA couldn't take it no more. He's like, yo, I'm gonna offer y'all some shit. Like y'all all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's when the Wu-Tang Records deal came in '98.
Mm.
I done did platinum features here, the movie here. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the place. I'm doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted RZA to express at the same time. So when we got Wu-Tang Records, now to put out an album now, RZA was like, yo, we're gonna push your album out overseas since y'all already got an overseas presence. We want Wu-Tang Records to be big overseas since y'all already have the platinum success. So we knew our position, what we was gonna do. It was gonna be Shaheem, U-God in America, while Royal Fam and shout out to R.I.P. to Big Cap, because he had an album with Wu-Tang for the Wu-Tang mixtape, but it was only going to be released overseas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that. Wow.
Yeah. That's when, you remember at the time when ladies were signing DJ's Clue album came out,
yep.
Flex album, so RZA got Big Cap.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? For Wu-Tang Records, yeah.
Wow.
He hosted the first Wu-Tang mixtape to be released as not a mixtape for the streets, but for, you know, retail.
Got you. So okay, so now you signed the Wu-Tang Records. Did y'all ever come out?
Yes, we came out. We was working with, we dropped a single called Fire. Was to press up the record Fire, and Funkmaster Flex out the Funkmaster Flex Hot 97. What's the girl name that was at programming? Tracy Katera, whatever. They was about to program and go all out with the record. And that's when Busta Rhymes came out with his Fire record. This is like 99. You can check the records.
Yeah.
Everything is written. I'm not saying nothing, you know, out of the norm. This shit, you can go online and check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So when Busta Rhymes record came, our record got pulled. Put it like that. In a nutshell.
Got you. So go ahead.
That slowed the process because that was going to be the record to launch our album. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we had to, you know, go back to square one.
So the album never got released?
Not officially. It got released as a bootleg version because I sent a copy of the album of what we was doing to the people overseas, and they were so freaked out. They put it out with, you know, just a little bit of artwork, the pre-masters, the pre-production that I sent them over, You know, they couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, because you know, people don't know, when you got a contract and you got agreement, at certain times you got to hand in an album.
Yes.
You know, you don't have 2-3 years to finish an album. You got like a couple of months, and you got certain times to put in a certain amount of tracks. Like the first 5 tracks, they got to review it. The first 10 tracks, they got to review it. Or what we going to use, or not? We're not going to use that. Okay, we're going to use these 4. All right, final. Pay the rest of the producers they second half. See, another thing, I used to be that MC that used to pay motherfuckers straight up. I ain't want them to go through the industry bullshit. Like, you get your first half money now, and then you get the other half when we master the project. You know, I know niggas from the streets. They was hungry. They don't know nothing about that shit.
Yeah. You can't tell them.
Come get you.
Yeah, you can't tell them, yo, you about to get paid in 2 years. Your other half once we recoup and all that, or yo, 6 months. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? RZA used to tell me all the time, yo, Timbo, you pay people too quick. Now I want to get them the fuck up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Here, if the shit was $5,000, I give you 20. I give you $5,000. Not no 2,500 now. And then, yo, when we mix this album and master
Chasing
it,
me
and
down.
then
Chasing me down.
nah, I ain't want no headaches. People will tell you, Timbo, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Get him out of the way.
What did y'all sign for? What was your budget?
It was an indie deal back then. RZA gave us like I think a buck and some change, some shit like that.
Any advance?
Out of that?
Yeah.
No, it was a production thing. So I was entitled to the whole shit, anything I wanted to do. So it wasn't like you know, if we wanted 10, we got 10. If we wanted 30 out of it, we got 30. If we wanted 50, you know, it was all slated.
So what was Wu-Tang Records? Who was their distributor?
At that time, Priority.
Okay. And who else was on the label? Who else was on Wu-Tang Records?
Shaheem,
mm-hmm.
U-God,
mm-hmm.
and Royal Fam and Killer Army.
Got you. And I think Killer Army.
I think Takita.
And
I like to say for the record, like, you know, honestly, that little buck that RZA gave, that was nothing but my royalties from fucking Soul in the Hole and the other shit. I wasn't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. That's my money anyway.
So you never got nothing from Soul in the Hole?
No, I get my residuals, meaning my publishing and shit like that, but record sales, that's another level. That's something else. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. When I got off that platinum record with I Am, I was a 2-point featured artist. So I'm demanding that anything I get on. See, these young artists now, when I be doing features, I look out for them. Yeah, they give me bread and all that, but they don't understand the point value. They don't understand. Yeah, they know about publishing and all this, but they don't understand the point value.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, I could ask for 5 points, 6 points. I want 70 cents. I want 80 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I want 90 cents. They don't understand that part.
Mm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So
you big time producers back then, they was asking for 5 points to produce your record.
Word. And 20,000 sometimes. Off rip.
And 20,000. That's non-recoupable.
Yeah.
You paying for the time of me coming to the studio to bust my brain cells to do something artistic. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm coming there and you're paying for that whole ambiance. You know, if you can get away with the non-recoupable, hey, that's cool too. Some people get away.
Yeah, because back then this wasn't no flying vocals. You had to actually be in the studio with the producer, so you got to sit around Easy Mo Beat for 5 hours. You got to sit around Pete Rock for 10 hours. So that's what you was paying for.
That's what you paying for.
Yep. And mind you, it wasn't no video cameras like that. It wasn't no FaceTime. It wasn't none of that. So you was really living in the moment. You was living in the moment. You might have got a flick.
You got that real life experience.
Yep, in the moment, and that was it.
Then if you wanted visuals, you have to have a budget for that. Yo, we need you to come and do the video. So now your cameras are there. Now you're getting the vaccine shit. You're getting, you know, this type of footage because it was a budget for that.
Yep. Facts. So yeah, and then what people don't understand is that just because you did a song with somebody, that don't mean that they was gonna do the video. Sometimes you have to pay them again to do the video. I need you in the video.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you'd be like, yo, I want 5,000 to be in your video.
People don't understand that. They don't understand the equity. They don't understand the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
This is a music business. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People getting scot free. Like if you like right now, I look out for artists. You know they coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's like it's no money that they can really pay you for your
aura,
expertise.
for your aura, yeah, for your aura. That aura, yeah, that aura is
You know what I'm saying?
That's invaluable.
You looking out, but people don't understand the levels of this recording industry. You know, especially when you get a certain status. Like if you was an Astra, you have certain scales. It's called a musician union. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a drummer gets a different scale from a person that plays the piano.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mm-hmm.
especially if that piano is played on a platinum album. So his scales is going to go up. He just did a platinum album. He just did some, recordings on that album, 10, 20 million. His scale is going to go up. Just to be in the studio an hour, you might get $500-$600 an hour from just the union alone.
So let me ask you something. Back then, all soundtracks was a shoe-in to go platinum. You know what I'm saying? Soul on the Whole went platinum, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, back then,
I believe
soundtrack.
So. I believe so.
Even though the movie was like an underground classic.
Gold. I know that.
Yeah, and you got I think, damn, I remember your shit was the first song on there, right?
Nah, mine was like the 9th or 10th.
But I just remember your song. Album. Yeah, I remember your song more than anybody. Even though What's Next on the Menu was my joint on there. Oh my God, I love that. See, but that's a whole nother thing. So, okay, you didn't get for Soul on the Whole to be on that record. What did you get paid?
What you mean, like a fee?
Yeah, did you get a feature fee?
Yeah, I got a feature. We all got a feature fee.
So after the record comes out, because it becomes a single also, which you're supposed to get paid again. You know what I'm saying? Did you get any bread from that?
That's what I'm going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. From 1998 to 97 to 2003, I appeared on 10 Wu-Tang albums, as far as, whether it be soundtracks, compilations, or the Wu-Tang Clan members itself, or the Wu-Tang affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 albums within, I say, a course of 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So out of those 10 albums, I say altogether about 3 million records sold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 2 to 3 million records sold, which is cool for a feature. You know what I'm saying? They're not my albums, but I'm a part of it. You know,
what you're trying to say?
I do get writers, I do get my publishing, I do get my credit.
But you ain't get no money.
Residuals on album sales.
You're not getting residuals.
I'm fighting with my lawyer. That's what I'm going through my lawyer right now. We've been going through that for years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because labels fold. You know what I'm saying? They start up a new name. Then they an LLC this time, and this time they wasn't an LLC. They was a small corp then, and it's ill. It's like the skyscrapers, like the Manhattan skyline. That's what corporate America is. They go up and go down and hide in this building, come out this window, be on top of this roof, come back down in the cellar.
Oh yeah, you know that's the old thing. You close the store down and change the name of the store. That's how they used to. That's how they used to do. That's how they used to do the clubs. You go there. Remember it was Demerara's, then it was Planet 28, then it was this. Dems got the name of, because you remember Demerara's. That was like the only place where you could perform real hip hop. But then you go back, it's Planet 28. Then it's this and it's that. Like, man, this is all Demerara's. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So you basically fight. So who do you take to court in that situation? Like who was your battle with to get your money?
The person who owns the master. Whoever still owns the master that can relicense it, whoever can, repress it, because, they still have to go through the powers that be to make sure everybody is situated.
Got you.
So,
damn. So you what was their biggest feature that you was on besides Soul on the Whole? What album?
Internationally, La Saga. I got a Grammy for that. Shit.
Wow.
Word up.
So you got a Grammy in the crib?
Yeah, factory.
You know that's
Word, a
supposed to
French
make
Grammy.
your yeah, but I'm saying, but that's supposed to make your rate grow up too, because you say Grammy award winning artist, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole weight.
I mean, a lot of people don't say that. You know, I be trying to say that, but like I be saying internationally Grammy award winner. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, since you don't have a big time publicist or a big time management, a lot of people won't know that. You know, they're supposed to say that every time they introduce Timbo King. You know, I don't care if the Grammy is 20 years old, 20 years, 30 years old. Rock and roll motherfuckers be having Grammys from the 60s. They still, you be interviewing them now in 2021 on Good Morning. Yeah.
And Nas
you know
just won the Grammy.
Factory.
Yeah. So all right. So
shout out to Nas.
Yeah, shout out to Nas. So okay. You Royal Fam, you have Royal Fam, Sons of Man, Killer Army. What is this The Swarm album? Because that album confused the hell out of me because I didn't understand what the album was and who put it out. I just didn't really, but I bought it though. I definitely bought it. Matter of fact, I'm keep it real with you. I did that Columbia House 20 CDs for 1 cent. And one of them was The Swarm.
Yeah, I remember that. That was that ill ever right there.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. I got 20 CDs for 1 cent. Destroyed my credit back then. Didn't even know what credit was. End up owing bread. But yeah, I did. The Swarm was one of them. What was this album?
The Swarm was a compilation album of all the acts that RZA was dealing with at the time, all his surroundings, mixed with the Wu-Tang Clan members.
Got you.
So that was his first compilation album released on his label, basically. And that went gold.
Wow.
Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 plaques from just the Wu-Tang side alone. The Bobby Digital album, Jizz's album, The Swarm, and Ghost Dog.
So
yeah,
what?
That's 3 million records, right? Just right there. Facts.
So for the Bobby Digital, what song you was on the Bobby Digital album?
I was on Bobby Did It. That's me. I believe Ghostface, RZA, Is Lord, and Shaheem. Matter of fact, yeah, word.
I didn't listen to the Bobby Digital albums. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It wasn't my thing.
Yeah, that's when RZA transformed to digital. You know, like a lot of people like the RZA analog soul type vibe that he was doing. You know, his samples. But when he changed over to Bobby Digital, the streets couldn't really digest that. You know what I'm saying? It was too digital. It was too clean for them at that time. You know?
I couldn't do it. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's just like what I was saying back what I was saying. The street MC, the scientifical MC. When he came Bobby Digital, he became more scientifical at that time too, and his music sounded like that way too, to me.
I don't know, when he said I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, nah, I ain't listening to this.
I mean, I guess that's all callers. You know, MCs have a nice little signatures. Like my signatures was the horns. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see me, it was the it's Timbo King. Like, like that's like, Jada got his laugh. Like, it's like
no. Domestic Violence is a beautiful record. All right. So if it's domestic violence,
that also was a movie too.
Yes, it was. Yep. It was like a short though. It was a short.
Yeah, like a short film.
Yeah. So okay.
I was in that too as well.
Okay, so why wasn't you always on a Wu-Tang member album though? I didn't really hear you. You knew RZA, but I never really heard you on stuff like that. I never really heard you on anything. Why not?
Because the Staten Island, Brooklyn situation, like if you think about it, like if you see the Brooklyn side of Wu-Tang, I'm real cool and tight with. The Staten Island, I'm real tight with, but it's like I got a real cool relationship with the Genius. I got a real cool relationship, rest in peace, with Dirty. You see what I'm saying? Capadonna was born in Brooklyn. He's born in Brooklyn Jewish. Me and him used to kick it about that. Master Killer.
I think today is his born day too. Today is his born day too.
Yeah, matter of fact, it is his born day. Yo, for real, word.
Yep. Yeah. Happy born day.
HBD, word.
Original. That's his
name. But
name.
the Brooklyn side of The Wu-Tang is real cool. You know, I knew them prior before it was a Wu-Tang, so the difference, like, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't meet Ghostface, Raekwon, U-Guard, Inspector Deck, um, empowering them till later on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the other half I knew throughout my travels of Brooklyn. You know, either they
Gotcha.
knew my family members directly, or either a childhood neighborhood friend I knew them from.
So, but let's fast forward a little bit. Uh, you this thing from Nori is going viral of him saying what he
Shout
said.
out to Noriega.
Yeah,
I
listen.
remember I met Noriega the first time, and we had a connecting flight, me and Killer Priest, and we had a connected flight to go to London, and he was going back to New York. It was like maybe 7:45 in the morning.
Mm,
No lie. This is Skinny Nori.
mm,
Um, he asked us, yo, y'all drink? He pull out a fifth of Henny. Word the mother. I was like, yo, it's 7:30 in the morning, son.
mm.
He's like, yo, so what? That don't mean nothing. Let's go. It's left rat. I was like, nah, we good. We good. Priest was laughing. Yo, 7:30. He's like, yo, I love y'all. I love y'all. He was with the guy from Penalty Records at that time. I think it's Michael Moore, whatever his name is. Whatever
So,
the guy name is.
all right. So this thing from Nori goes out. I see Shaheem make a response. So
Shout out to Shaheem, you know what I'm saying, for even mentioning my name a part of that, because, Shaheem did represent for the rest of the affiliates that didn't say nothing at that time, you know?
Yeah. So at this particular time, I'm cool with Shaheem. I'm cool with Nori. So what I do, I hit Shaheem on the DM, and I also hit Nori, and I'm like, okay, before this spiral out of control or get crazy, I called Nori and I said, yo, bro, they mad at you for what you said. He was like, what did I say? I said, yo, they feel like you called them flunkies. He said, nah, if you watch it and put it in its full context, I was explaining how Joe Button was so scared that he was apologizing to anything Wu-Tang.
We're
Like,
affiliated.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything Wu affiliate. He didn't just apologize to Ray. He was apologizing to the Wu-Tang Butler, the Wu-Tang, anything. But when he said the
Yeah.
word flunky, that's what they gravitated towards. And then
Yeah.
EFN.
From flunky to the names after that was just
Yeah,
all
so
of their court.
EFN said he apologized to Shaheem. But prior to him saying Shaheem, flunky was there. So again, understanding is the best part that we know, but everybody don't have the same understanding when they hear things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a lot of people hear stuff. A lot of people listen, but they don't hear. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I tried to get Nori to understand how the word flunky in any context used with a man, they're going to be offended. He said, nah, I thought flunky mean the people who never made it. I said, nah, flunky is the doja. Flunky is the dude that gotta go to
Yeah,
the
the
store.
doja, man.
Yeah, flunky is the dude
Word.
who got to roll the weed, who got to buy the weed and roll it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a
Facts.
flunky is. So he really didn't understand that. So that was a private conversation they had. So I hit Shaheem and I said, yo, Shah, I could get you and Nori on the phone or whatever. So again, behind the scenes, when people be think I be starting shit, behind the scenes, if it's people that I know personally, I always try to get them on the phone. They end up working it out how they work it out. But when you saw the clip of him saying that, what was your initial reaction?
My first reaction was, wow. He said Sons of Men name. He said Killer Army name. But it was shocking because I wanted to hear the whole surroundings of why he said their name. And then when I just seen the flunky going around all the time, I was like, it's more than that. I got to see the before the conversation started. I want to see the whole thing. So the first thing I did was I was like, you know what? Since I'm the original Timbo King, let me go to the origin of things. I call Tragedy Gaddafi. Shout out to Tragedy Gaddafi because, we did music together with the Black Market Militia album.
Yes, sir.
So I said, if anybody know anything, let me call Trash. So I called Trash. Yo, Trash, what up, brethren? Yo, what's going on with Nori, man? What's this and this and this? She's like, I know, Bo, I know. Yo, I'm going to call you right back. He told me this was the situation. He's going to apologize, this, that, and that. Yo, Bill with Killer Priest. He's going to talk to Killer Priest. I knew the whole play before it even went down. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna speak to Priest. He's gonna go on Priest show. Yeah, y'all can make maybe work out something that y'all all could get up there, but speak to Priest. So I said, all right, cool. So and then at the same time, he said, yo, Nore said, what's up to you too, Timbo? He know who you is. He remember. I said, all right, cool. I said, so I take Trash word. You know what I'm saying? He's an honest brother with me. You know what I'm saying? So I knew Trash. He knew my people from the streets in Brooklyn. So, you know, we got a good, you know, reputation with each other. So boom. Next person I called was Mickey Fax. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, throughout this to the shit, I was like, he was in the interview. I felt he could have been like, nah, I grew up off of Killer Army and Sons of Man. They be spitting some shit. You know, no, they wasn't like he could have, you know, changed the podium for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He could have changed that wave a little bit instead of carrying on with the situation. You know, the laughing and the giggling. Well, when I spoke to him, his first thing he said was like, "Yo, how you get my number?" I was like,
yeah,
yo,
dudes be doing that to me. Yo, how you get my number? Cause I'm Doggie Diamonds, man. I show up. You lucky I ain't show up at your damn door. But anyway,
he's like, yo. I was like, yo, you know, we got mutual friends. Shout out to my people. You know what I'm saying? Blackie Reed, young boy out of VA. You know what I'm saying? We got some work together, and we happened what happened was that same week, the young boy that I was talking about, he was like, yo, I got this record. I want you and Mickey Fax on it. Way before this shit even started, the Nore shit started. So I was like, yo, Mickey Fax is my boy. You know, we got the same lawyer. Shout out, you know, to Bob Celestin. You know what I'm saying? Bob is the lawyer and shit. So everything connected. I said, yeah, Mickey, I do it. Soon as I said I do it, that's when I seen the Noriega and Mickey Fax shit. I was like, oh shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, no, I can't jump on this right now. I got to see what's going on with the family first. So I told my young boy, I was like, yo, hold on for a minute. I don't want to jump on that. I don't know where it's going at. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like a week or two. And then next thing I know, I spoke to Mickey Fax. When I spoke to Mickey Fax on that second day, I was like, yo, I think you need to do an apology, man. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like, you know, you said you was drunk. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, Wu-Tang is north, south, east, west. You don't even know where it's going to come from.
And international.
I told him that. And international. So he was like, I was like, you thinking about the members or the affiliates. It could be a fan coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Out of the blue. You don't even know. So he was like, yo, you right. So I was like, okay.
So he does the apology.
Yeah, he does the apology. That's why if you see the blast out first, you see my name first because I called him on that. And you know what I'm saying? He did the Killer Police podcast that same day, matter of fact, as the apology. Shout out to KP.
So, okay, so Nore apologizes. What did you think about his apology?
I mean, you know, it was kind of different because he did the apology after he did some shit after the back in his backyard. Like, yeah, y'all not living like this. I want y'all to live like this, but y'all not living like this. You know what I'm saying? That type of vibe. But you know, it is what it is.
So you took it as disingenuous, or like, did you think, or did you think? I mean, were you overthinking?
I just looked at it as a street nigga apology. You know how it shit go, man. You know what I'm saying?
But was you overthinking it? You know, looking back.
Yeah, I am an overthinker.
Okay, me too.
I am an overthinker.
That's why I asked you that, because I overthink everything. Like, what you said? What? Oh no, I know you ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man gonna say he apologized. He meant when he wrong. You just admit it. You're like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So Shaheem still took a little offense to Killer Priest talking to Nore and accepting an apology initially. What was your thoughts on that?
That situation, like I said, Priest should have got everybody on the phone at that time. Like, yo, hold up, Nore. Let me get Shaheem on the phone. That type of vibe. All right, now let's talk. You know, even though Priest is Wu affiliate #1, nobody has no more albums than Killer Priest when it comes to the Wu-Tang affiliates. Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
And is revered, and is revered as to some of the fans as the nicest Wu affiliate. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
unfortunately, it is kind of a hierarchy, and maybe Nore went to the hierarchy in his opinion. Only reason why
That's
Priest,
what that's why I got the word from Trans. He told me to play already.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
new to play. That's why
yeah,
I fell back.
yeah. But he should have got Shaheem on the phone, being that Shaheem name was mentioned personally in Killer Army. So he should have
Yeah.
got one of the Killer Army members, maybe Ninth, or Dom, and got
No, but
Shaheem.
Killer Priest did go on his show that same day and had everybody on his show. But I know what you're talking about, the first initial phone call.
First initial phone call. Yeah, first initial phone
Yeah.
call. Yeah, but it is what it is. So I mean, I'm glad Cooler has prevailed. I'm glad the apology went out. I'm glad the apology was accepted by some. I didn't want that situation to spiral because people could look at Nore as the drunk dude on the show, but Nore got a lot of street people too. So that could have really went somewhere
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
could have went left.
could have went very crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I
And
don't.
plus, that's New York. Everybody know each other,
Yo,
man.
yeah, and this is what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Nore was once signed to Raekwon label, Ice Water. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Factory.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's
A
it's
lot
just
of people don't know that Shabazz, the disciple, Death Be the Penalty, all those funds helped create it to
Penalty
have a
Records.
budget and allotment for Noriega's record.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Penalty Records is named because of Shabazz the Disciple, and that was an interview me and Shabazz did that he spoke about. Okay, so I'm glad we got all that out there. We talked about the RZA thing. We talked about the apology. Last thing I wanted to speak to you about is what is your thoughts on Lil Nas X?
My first thought is I want to speak to Nas.
Mm,
How he feel? Like, yo, come on. Like, I haven't heard him say nothing.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? I want to speak to Nas. Like, did they come to you and tell you that is a new rapper gonna come out named Lil Nas X? Did they tell you the program, what was going on? Did you approve it? Did you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nowhere in the world somebody with your name and you ain't gonna know the whole script, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's
Don't they
why they
got a song
rewarded you
together?
with a Grammy.
Don't they got a song together?
I think so. I believe so. I don't know. I could double check. Somebody
Yeah.
in the chat room could double check.
I don't know
That's
if it
why
was
he got
ever
his
released.
Grammy.
You think he got a Grammy because he co-signed Lil Nas X?
That's what I'm saying. That's why you got your Grammy the next following year.
Wow.
Because he got it before you with your name.
Wow. Yeah,
You get it?
something got to give in this biz. Like
So that's your reward.
Wow. I never even looked at that. I don't. But what's funny about Nas? I don't look at Nas in respect to him, right?
No,
But I don't think he's the crusader that he once was for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I think he's in bag mode. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I kind of understand it because unfortunately in this culture we're judged off of metrics. We judge off of math, right?
yeah, numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you could be Timbo King, one of the nicest, and I think you got a incredible voice, ill voice.
I'm saying my numbers is great, but you got to look at what kind of numbers you're talking about.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Which numbers you talking about? You talking about? Remember, we in the digital era, and I come from the physical era, right? Blending in with the streaming era right now. Like, I don't consider myself as a streaming artist.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm a physical artist that's in the streaming platform world now, or podium. Can Timbo King sell digital? Of course.
Mm-hmm. So
Can the '90s rappers sell digital now? Of course.
I think right now though, what's happening is that our success from our own people though, right? From our own people. And I drive this point home probably every show. I know they probably tired of me talking about it, but I'm not gonna stop because repetition is how you learn. So even though I said something before, Repetition is how you learn. That's how children learn their ABCs. You got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's the harmony. It's the melody. Repetition is how you learn. So
simplicity.
yeah, and a lot of times people say, "Yo, you said that before." Yeah, but you didn't get it the first time, and I'm going to keep saying it till everybody get it. So we base success off of materialism, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't got
That's why
that,
a lot of people be like, "Yo, Timbo King, where's your Maybach?
facts.
Yo, Timbo King, where's your all the jewelry? Where's the fancy cars?" Like everybody know, if you know Timbo King from Brooklyn, I was always born and raised in a house. So my family always, was always property value. That's what we deal with, even in the South. You know what I'm saying? My family always dealt with houses. So, that was the foundation of my growing up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we got a roof over our head.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that we own it at the same time. Like right now in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We have $1 million house in Brooklyn.
I'm about to say, yeah, any equity in Brooklyn right now is starting at an M. Starting at an M. But the point I was driving home was, like,
all my peers that I grew up with that was in the rap game, they moved out of Brooklyn. They ain't got no property in Brooklyn. Everybody got property in Jersey and all those other places. They ain't got no place. They ain't got no property where they from.
I damn sure don't got none. But the point I'm driving home is this: we are looked at as numbers, right? So now we're looked at as numbers, and we put in these spaces of how much money you got. So what happens is when people can't watch your pocket, or they can't determine your pocket based off your materialism, they start saying you're not successful, right? So if Nas is but look at it, if Nas is revered as one of the greatest rappers ever, right? What did he have at one point financially, materially, to prove that, when you got somebody like his arch nemesis at a particular time was Jay-Z? But Jay-Z is showing all the diamonds.
I put this in this perspective. They won't label you successful depending on how many people you feed. Like at the time, at my height, when Royal Fan was out, we had at least 20 to 25 people in our circle. So, you got MCs, producers, you had engineers, you had, you know what I'm saying, some brothers from the streets, what they was doing. And that's basically it.
Timbo.
So,
Timbo,
you had to create.
But nobody don't care about that.
No, listen. What I'm trying to say is the success part is, like, how many people are you feeding? Like,
no, you're absolutely right. Like, you're absolutely right.
Like, if you got a staff of 200 people, you're successful because you feeding families. You see what I'm saying? But now that the industry,
but not the image of our people is shiny shit. Because the industry has become.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because the industry has became very self-centered and YOLO. I did all this by myself. Yo, you only live once and you can't trust nobody, and I'm the boss. That's what the industry became. When you came into the industry, like when I came into the industry, it was about a team. It was about your crew. It was about, yo, we did this. Now, you wouldn't think that Nas has a staff. You wouldn't know who works for him.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that's why he's successful, because he does have a staff.
Facts, but
you see what I'm saying?
But again, what they do now is that everybody stands on some narcissistic, myself, and I don't even like to use that word, but again, nobody brags and nobody speaks on the people that help them unless they white.
That too.
Unless they white. So they'll be like, yo, shout out to Tom Moskowitz and shout out to Donnie Einer and but what about homie that was driving around you? Go ahead.
That's another thing I was saying when I was getting to you. It's like, depending who's on your team that you're feeding too. You know what I'm saying? What ethnic groups is in your team? You got Italians, you got Greeks, you got, the Jews, you have, who are you feeding? So they can publicize and tell the world that, yeah, Doggie Diamonds is the man. You see what I'm saying? It's a different community talking about you now. It's a difference, Well,
for a fact, community. But for a fact, in order to get in some of these circles of success, to get in some of these things, you got to deal with these folks. You know what I'm saying? And again,
Yeah.
the Grammy board and all that. So a lot of times people be like, yo, he keep it real, he this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, in order, and again, we're not gonna act like Nas, and I'm not gonna single him out, but we're not gonna act like certain artists are not talented. They are talented, but that's not even a
Very
best.
great and talented.
No, but listen though, it trips me out. It fucks my head up to see an artist get credited and win Grammys for shit that's not even their best work.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't win a Grammy for It Was Written, if you Life Is Good, if you don't get a Grammy for Life Is Good, if you don't get a Grammy for It Was Written, if you don't get a Grammy for Illmatic, how do you win a Grammy for King's Disease? And out of nowhere, you like a A-list artist now. Like now lyrically, you deserve that throughout the years, but it's not even your best work, and now you're getting Grammys in 2020. It doesn't. Something seems forced to me. Something seems. Let's just give him one. You understand what I'm saying? Because when people say King Disease is better than King Disease 2 is better than King Disease 1, so he's getting another one then, right? No, he ain't good. They like, yo, nah, that was that honorable. Yo, that was that old. That's what we gave you. That's it. So I'm confused on how the game go, and it's like, how it's not even really your best work. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really your best work. So they just like give. It's like, yo, we owed him that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said too, it's no way me. If it was somebody that came out with, yo, their name is Doggy something, and I don't agree with their well, that name is not really all that exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it was some type of derivative of my name, and I can feel it, because Nas is Nas. There's only one Nas. So any derivative of Nas, you biting. And then DMX, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Lil Nas X. First of all, X has always been a righteous thing. You know what I'm saying? Because X was always from unknown. It was from the Nation of Islam.
The unknown.
And, yes. and to get your X.
Finding yourself.
Bro, but to get your X, you had to jump through hoops. You just wasn't getting no X. You had to earn your X.
You got to go through trials and tribulations.
Yeah, so when you come out with Lil Nas X and then you see all this shit that's going on, I'm like, yo, hold on. Like, nah, everything that he did so far has been a mockery of us, has been a mockery of what we done. So from the X is a mockery, the Nas is a mockery, and even the X, even when you're dealing with DMX, I don't care if it's Exhibit, I don't care if it's RBX. You know what I'm saying? Anything with that X is definitely a mockery, and somehow, for some reason, he's getting pushed to the forefront. He's getting pushed, and I don't even know none of the damn songs. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know none of his songs, but again, you're right. Nas should say, but again, I also think we're in a politically correct stage where, dudes not gonna say certain things because it's gonna mess with their bag. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess with their bag. So and if it mess with their bag, then that means you're not for the street. You know what I'm saying? You're not for a certain demographic of people, because if you're worried about the bag, then that means that you're a capitalist, and you can't be a capitalist and be for the people. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to capitalism, the people don't matter. Only thing that matters is the money.
Is that money? Yeah.
And again, and I understand it though. I understand it. I'm gonna be real with you. I understand it because again, you can't be considered to be the greatest rapper in the world and you broke. In the minds of us. In the minds of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you can't be you know what's, because again, if I say, yo, I got the best show on YouTube, No Filter is the best. First thing people gonna do is look at the numbers. They say, no, you don't. He got 2 million subscribers. He got 4 million subscribers. You got 223,000. How you the best and you ain't even got the numbers? So we don't.
Nah, hands down, Doggie Diamonds, man. I like to salute you, man, because your podium, your forum is very informative, very educational. You don't come with no buffoonery. You don't come with that You know what I'm saying? That tap dance and you come straight, uncut, and raw to the people, man. And that's what I love about your show.
And I
Facts.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I bring people like yourself on and other brothers who I feel are unsung heroes of the culture. Fuck hip hop. Because this is a culture. Like, you touch continents. You done been places that a lot of people never gonna go or never seen before. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is when I say, yo, I got the best this, the first thing people do is look at my numbers and they say, well, no, you don't, because based off of his numbers, he's the best. So again, it became a numbers thing. It became this metric. So that's why I always say to my audience, yo, it is important that you push these certain numbers. So not only can we talk it, we got the bragging rights, because this is for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is for y'all, right? So if I'm doing this for hip hop culture, right? Why don't hip hop culture do it for me? So do I have to sell out? Do I have to start interviewing certain type of people so people could turn their back on me? But then again, like I understand, I'm telling you, I understand Nas, because when he was doing it for hip hop, what was hip hop doing for him? That's why he said hip hop was dead. And I understood what he was saying, because he was saying the traditional hip hop that we know, we love, we grew up on. Look at this shit, man. This shit don't care about us. Look who owned hip hop. So that's why I just put up a post earlier like, yo, I need a lot of people to subscribe to my YouTube, because I'm trying to take our culture back from them, and I'm trying to get our stories back, because now look, they're telling our stories. And then they remixing everything. Just look.
Yeah.
Just like they did the
own the cop, they remixing it to own the copyright.
Look, but just like they did the glyphs. You understand what I'm saying? They went and whitewashed the walls on Egypt. Like, so they're doing the same thing to where they control
what I'm saying,
it.
to own the copyright. So when the babies see it now, they be like, oh, there was them.
So now let me ask you a critical question. So you've done what you've done for hip hop culture. You've touched continents. You've done things. What black executive can you go to right now for a budget? Give me one.
Honestly, right now, if I see him, Brian Leach.
And that's who?
From Polo Ground Records.
I have no idea who that is.
For the ASAP Mob.
The ASAP
He's responsible for ASAP Rock. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long you been in the music business?
Since 93.
Since 93.
28 years.
How many records did you sell or been affiliated with being sold?
Totally, altogether. Timbo King features is at 3.5 million records.
So you don't think
total.
So you don't think that is something wrong with, out of everybody in this industry, so-called black excellence, and you only got one person that looked like us that possibly might give you a budget to put out a project? You don't see something wrong with that?
Yeah.
So the point,
one out of what? 1 out of 7, 1 out of 10.
So the point I'm making is that regardless to how you feel, you still gotta go to them.
Factories. But I'm the grind guard. I make you find guard. So,
no. I mean, you do what you do. You do what you do. You're gonna get to it regardless. But I'm just saying,
I go, you know what I'm saying? I own my own masters. Like, we re-released it Black Castle. We released it yesterday, today's to tomorrow. From Babylon to Timbuktu is the 10th anniversary this year. So, Black Market Militia. These are the albums that's critically acclaimed, that's so independent power. So, I still have the rights to these albums. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can do licensing, compress them up, vinyl, compact disc, flash drives, digital cards, however you want it,
But Bussy, right? You started as Timbo King, right?
Mm-hmm.
You on the who?
Spark 950 and Timbo King.
Spark 950 and Timbo King.
We was doing that. We was doing the MC DJ thing, because that's what it was about at that time. The Showbiz and AG, Jazzy Jeff, Prince, and Rakim.
So now look. Before we go, I just want to say. So you been in the game since '93. So we don't gotta really do the math. We know that's over 20 years, right? So you started
Facts.
on a major label on Uptown Records, right?
Yeah, MCA. Yeah.
And when you left Uptown, right? You technically, in the eyes of some, you fell off, but you actually didn't fell off. You actually fell in. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I didn't really fall off because Uptown had all the artists had to go different places. You know,
The point I'm making is
if
that you was never on a major again. You never was on a major again. You was on
yeah,
Capitol.
Capitol Records.
Yeah, but Capitol is not.
Yeah, after the Capitol situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah. Capitol is not.
It was always been indie.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
always been indie for me.
So the
Yeah,
point.
always been indie. Even if it was an indie through a major.
So the point that I'm
Even
making is
Wu-Tang Records is an indie and it had major, you know, distribution.
yeah. So the point that I'm making to you is this: that you still make records, you still got songs, you still capable, right?
Yes.
But look at how.
You heard RZA what he said. Yo, they didn't get a chance to blow. Why we didn't get a chance to blow?
So now look, the point I'm making to you is this, right? Look at how through our culture, we don't have one person in this industry that's of us, from us, by us, that would take and say, yo, here go 50,000. Just put together a project. Nobody. We still have to go to them.
Yeah.
We don't. So when we talk about the culture, look at how is it our culture? If we don't got the capital and we don't got the money that we could loan each other and put each other project out and make sure we blow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't. That's how is it ours though? How is it ours? If it's you know,
is that similar to like the NBA, like right now? You know what I'm saying? Basketball players that retired, they still make money off their jerseys, right?
Don't start me the line. I couldn't even tell you, but they probably do though. They probably do, and they still do.
It's probably not as hot as the team members that's playing active now, but you see where I'm trying to go at? I'm be like, yo, you know, I got 5 rings. Shit.
Facts. Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a Timbo King jersey. Now, is the Timbo King jersey valuable for the New York team? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But my thing is, what people don't get, and this is what I always tell people about support, and instead of us a lot of times supporting each other, first thing we do is try to take each other out, but we never try to take them out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because they the one that's offering the bag.
Exactly.
To take you out.
Exactly. So now look, when you had your podcast, I went and did your show. I had you on my show a few times. This is what I'm saying. So I never feel threatened by somebody doing something. I always encourage it. I always be like, yo, go ahead. So
that's one thing. You and MREC always support, man. You and MREC always support. I mean, y'all look at y'all two as the founders of this anyway. Anything dealing with the internet community, like far as the streets, y'all two was the very first.
But now
look,
me
in my eyesight.
No, that's real. But now look, the Saltines don't want to give me a bag to progress because of the type of content and I have people like you on. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't see no value in you. So a lot of times they don't see no value in what I'm doing because
but I'm saying who is them to value?
They are the ones with the money. They the ones with the money.
So that's the same ones that make them. These are the same people that make laboratory diamonds and have our people buy these diamonds thinking they real diamonds.
Exactly.
But these diamonds are made in the laboratory.
Exactly. But
our people don't study stones. Our people don't study material like that.
Our people don't study anything. But the point that I'm making.
So if a person tell you this diamond is real, they have official fake diamond testers.
Facts.
To make you think that the diamond is real, but the diamond tester is bullshit.
But the point, listen,
to fool you,
Timbo. What I'm saying to you is this: the issue that we have is that when you want something in your culture, that right now, if you walk down a block,
that's why I say the drug dealer play a major part, man, because he was the one that supported, man.
Yep.
The drug dealer was going to give you that bread, man.
But they wiped that out.
He didn't care.
But they wiped that
They
out.
got rid of him, man. Now the pharmaceutical companies is running this shit, and they ain't giving nobody no money unless you fucking with them.
But look, though, what I'm saying, right? In a culture that right now, if you take the train, you get ostracized. Y'all seen Timbo King on the train? He broke. Right?
Wow.
Like
I was taking the train when I was signed.
But see, but
money.
again, but you gotta understand the perception.
The perspective.
The perception, is the perception
Yeah.
with us, to us, is whether you have money or not. Period. They don't care if you can rap. That's all they care about. If you got money, you about something. If you broke, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the perception of everybody. So right now, if you want to put out a project and you don't have the funds, where are you supposed to get the funds from?
I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying? I know my limits. I know what to press up, how many units, where I'm gonna sell these units at, what's the demographics, what ethnic group gonna get this, and I know my surroundings. I know what DJs is gonna rock what. I know who I'm gonna give this to. I know who's gonna support. Once I've been in the game so long, I know who's who.
Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said you went on Drink Champs and dissed white guests to their face. Why would they give you money? Well, first of all, weirdo, nobody dissed white people more than Wu-Tang. When a lot of those lyrics are lessons, 5% lessons, Lost Found Muslim lessons, and they're not pro-white. And Public Enemy has said many things about white people, dickhead.
And who's at the Public Enemy shows? White people. Who's at the Wu-Tang shows? White people. So shut the fuck up before I block you. Because I didn't diss white guests. I said something, how I feel. And I'm always going to say how I feel. And white people don't care if you diss them. If they can make money off you, idiot.
But yeah, I just had to do that real quick. That's my voice where I kick somebody's ass. But yo, Timbo, shout out all your information.
To the internet community, you can reach me on IG at Original Timbo King. On Facebook, it's Timbo King. And on Twitter, it's Timbo King Bo King. You can go to TimboKingLive.com for the website for all information, contact information, all there. For bookings, features, holla at me. TIM Project Thoughts in Motion is out right now. Got a couple of features, videos that's all over the place. Check it out. Just, go in the system. Timbo King, man. I'm still here, man. Years, months, and days. Yesterday, today is tomorrow. Roll your fam legacy, Peace to man, woman, and child, and human families out there. I know we're going through difficult times right now with everybody. Hold your head. You know what I'm saying? Keep your sword sharp. We're going to get through this,
Yes, sir.
This is a difficult time right now.
Yep. So I thank you for joining me. I will build with you later on.
Peace, doggy.
Peace.
One
yep.
love.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So for people, because I sometimes I look at comments and I apologize for not paying attention to the good comments sometimes, but sometimes people just say some real dumb shit. And I never asked no white people for money. That's for one. For two, I asked my people for support. So like I said, what I want is the people to support me. And it's not even a financial thing. Sometimes it's just likes, subscribers, comments, and different things. So I just think it's funny because I looked at dude's name, so you can already tell that he's not one of us. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of us. What I do is for the culture. I never told you I was broke. I never told you none of that. Anything that you give me is a free will offering. It's not required. If I get a Cash App, fine. I got $20 in Super Chat, fine. It is what it is. I never said, if you don't give me this, I'm not coming on. I never said none of that. If you decide that you're going to do whatever you do, is whatever you're going to do. I'm going to do what I got to do regardless. Regardless, because I've been in this before I even knew I could make money, and I still loved it. So, again, I'm not going nowhere asking nobody for money. Period. I'm not asking anybody for money, because the minute somebody give you something, you are now compromised. So it is what it is. I'm Doggie Diamonds. I'm a little tired right now. So until next time, I'ma holla at y'all. Peace. Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time, peace.